Let's cook some freaking fried eggs on this Breville Control Freak. See if we can crank out the perfect over easy egg. Now, this Control Freak is pretty neat so far, I have to say. You can pick a specific temperature with this knob, dial it in, and the unit will preheat a pan to that specific temperature. Now, what we want here is the perfect temperature for an over easy fried egg. I want the pan to be hot enough so that the egg sets up and it slides without a spatula, slides like a hockey puck, but we don't want the pan so hot that the butter burns and the egg browns and it tastes like a hockey puck. So we want the perfect over easy fried egg with a very tender non-browned egg white. And the pan I'm using here is a Debouillé Mineral B 9.5 inch omelet pan. Carbon steel, got a nice seasoning on there. So let's jump in and cook the first trial egg here and see how we do. I'm going to dial in 310 degrees on the Control Freak. Now, not only do you dial in a pan temperature here, you also select between slow, medium, and fast the intensity. So pan temperature is where you want to cook at. Intensity is how quickly the Control Freak brings that pan up to that temperature. Because this is carbon steel, and actually a general good rule for most any of my frying pans, I don't want to blast heat. I don't want to run any chance of warping on my nice frying pans. So what I am doing is using the slow setting for intensity. So I'll let this guy come up to 310. The unit makes a noise to let me know it's preheated. And what I'm doing here with this carbon steel, because it's thick and heavy, carbon steel does not transfer heat anywhere near as close to copper, for example. I'm gonna let the pan remain at this temperature for a minute before I add any food. Got my butter in the pan, and interestingly here, this Breville has a pan temperature sensor. It monitors the pan temperature in real time. That pan temperature dropped down 12 to 15 degrees after I added the butter. That is some of the water content of the butter evaporating away and taking a little heat with it. Got my egg in there, and also the pan temperature dropped here when the egg went in about 40 degrees. And gave the old hands a quick rinse there and turn back around and okay, it's sliding, it's not sticking. And I give this guy a flip, but this is actually a subpar result. This is an internet egg. Now, what is an internet egg? It is a poorly cooked egg. It's where the egg releases and slides. That's a good thing, but it is cooked at way too high a temperature and it's browned. And if you receive this egg at Waffle House at 3 a.m., you would probably send it back. Now, I did eat it anyway, but let's see if we can do a little bit better job with the second egg. Here, I'm gonna try 280 degrees. So going down 30 degrees. Once again, when the pan is ready, get the butter in the pan. And here I changed the rebound setting, thinking that, well, if the temperature is going to drop down 40 degrees, maybe I want the temperature to rebound a little bit more quickly. So I put this one on the medium setting as far as intensity. Add my egg. Non-stick. Maybe getting a little fast. And here a lot better, still non-stick, not cooking quite as fast, but I'm still seeing just a little bit of brown around the edges of the egg. And I want to see if we can go low and slow and get a very tender egg white with no sticking. Let's see if we can do a little bit better still. Now let's try our third fried egg. And what I'm gonna do here is start at 260. So 50 degrees cooler than that first egg. And I'm gonna go with a low intensity here, so it won't be quite as quick a rebound once the eggs hit the pan. And here you can really tell that the butter is not sizzling quite as fast as with the other temperatures, so I have to wait a little bit longer for the bubbling and crackling to subside. And during that time, the thermostat brought the pan temperature back up right at that 260. Add my egg. And look at this guy. This one is cooking very nicely. The pan temperature drops down into the 220s. And here I am adjusting the temperature. So I started at 260. I'm turning the temperature down to 230. So when that pan temperature starts to rebound, I'm going to have it top out there at 230. And that is a nice looking fried egg. Let's see if we can get the flip. And this is a very nice over easy fried egg. The egg white is still white. It's not an egg brown. It's not an egg black. This is a tender egg that I would actually like to eat. Now let me tell you something interesting about this Control Freak. It's not just the pan temperature where you start, it's the pan temperature once your food hits the pan. So it's going to be a little bit different for different types of pans, different sizes, different thicknesses. But what's neat about this Control Freak is you can create programs and the unit will remember your settings and how you cook so that you can reproduce it again in the future. So what I did was go to the menu and I created a program here called DB-MB, the Bouillé Mineral B, 9 over easy. I set the pan temperature 260. I set the intensity low, and here's where it gets a little bit more advanced. You can tell the unit what to do when the pan reaches temperature. So I like to let these carbon steels have a minute for the heat to diffuse. I tell the unit to keep the pan at that temperature for 1 minute. After that minute is over, you can have the unit shut off. You can have it do various things. I have it keep cooking, but then I know my pan is ready. Now, does it take some of the magic out of cooking a fried egg? Maybe on the one hand, it does just a little bit. After all, it's nice to be able to bust out a non-stick, over easy fried egg and amaze your family and friends. On the other hand, if you cook your eggs incorrectly and have trouble with it, there is nothing magical about scrubbing stuck eggs out of a frying pan. Now we're going to be doing a lot more freaking cooking on this Control Freak. Let me know what pans you have that you would like to see tested. We're going to come out with specific temperatures for specific cookware and specific foods with this guy. And that should help a lot of people out. Now, if after watching this video you want to get a Mineral B or one of these Breville Control Freaks, I will have affiliate links below and more information. It really does help out around here. If you go through those affiliate links, you get the same price as anywhere else, but it allows us to kind of earn a little bit of a commission and offset the cost of buying this equipment around here and making these videos, and it's greatly appreciated. Leave your questions, comments, and feedback below. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time on Uncle Scott's Kitchen.